When Blackman asked Fisher, "What's wrong?" Fisher comically responded to his young quarterback. "Nothing," Fisher said. "I'd have told you, I promise you." As Blackman, the first true freshman to start at quarterback for Florida State since 1985, continues to acclimate to his new role, Fisher says he loves Blackman's willingness to accept coaching like injured incumbent starter Deondre Francois and former Heisman Trophy winner Jameis Winston did. "He looks for that engagement," Fisher said of Blackman. "Deondre does. Jameis always did that. They look for that feedback of good or bad to know how they're doing. I like that out of him, and he likes that." Florida State is off to a 0-2 start for the first time since 1989 and hopes to win its first game of the season at Wake Forest on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. During FSU's 27-21 loss to North Carolina State last week, Blackman completed 22 of 38 passes for 278 yards and a touchdown in his debut in place of Francois, who needed season-ending knee surgery after the Alabama opener on September 2. "He did some things I was really happy with, was accurate and gave us a chance to be successful in the game," Fisher said of Blackman. Blackman was able to put his team in position for a comeback victory late in the fourth quarter, but the Seminoles' defense and red zone offense hampered the possibility for a win throughout the game. During 6 red zone opportunities against North Carolina State, FSU converted 4 field goals with only 1 touchdown, scored by junior receiver Auden Tate, who is dealing with a left shoulder injury this week. Third-year right guard Cole Minshew said the offensive line needed to do a better job of communicating and blocking North Carolina State's talented defensive line, led by potential first-round NFL defense end Bradley Chubb, who finished with 7 tackles and 2 sacks. FSU left tackle Derek Kelly was penalized for 3 false start calls, hindering the offense. Junior running back Jacques Patrick said North Carolina State also used a variety of blitzes to confuse Blackman and force him to throw the ball earlier. "Those guys play sound defense," Patrick said of North Carolina State after the game. "They had a good game plan and they executed down there. You have to give credit to them. We didn't execute well enough to get the ball in the end zone in those situations." Outside of the defeat, Fisher was pleased with Blackman's performance overall. Fisher thought Blackman kept a level head in his first game at Doak Campbell Stadium, while Saturday's game at Wake Forest will provide him with another test in his young career. Fisher loved Blackman's expressive communication, signaling plays and telling players and coaches things like "my bad" with his hands during the game. And he also likes Blackman's knack for moving on to the next play and not letting prior miscues hamper him moving forward. "That's a lot of things you wonder until he gets in the game," Fisher said, and Blackman handled all of those situations.